Hey guys, welcome to the garage. Thanks for joining me today. We got a cool video today. I want to talk about Model 3 versus Model Y. I own both. This is a 2025 Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive. I've had this about 7 months. Love the car. It's awesome. This is the new refresh version. They refreshed the Model 3 in 2024. And then this is my 2023 Model Y long-range all-wheel drive, a 7-seater. And I've had that probably 2.5 years now, and love that car as well. Now, granted, this isn't the updated refresh Juniper version of the Model Y, which is like the 2026 version. This is a 2023, but all Model Ys are pretty much the same size. They didn't change really the dimensions interior, and that's really the big differences I want to talk about. So guys, in this video, what I want to do is I want to talk about kind of the advantages that the Model Y has, but also the Model 3 has some advantages, so I want to talk about those as well. So let's talk about the few things that I like about the Model 3, some advantages that it has over the Model Y. That is the price. Price is obviously going to be cheaper for Model 3. It's a little bit smaller car. Battery's a little bit smaller, but it is more efficient as well. So it's cheaper to buy. It's also more efficient with power usage, so it's like watt hour per mile. Basically, like its MPG, or its miles per usage of electricity, is a little bit lower than the Model Y. So if you really want something that's like the cheapest car that Tesla makes, that's the Model 3. Also, it's going to be more efficient use. And one other thing, this may not be obvious, but the tire sizes that the Model 3 uses are cheaper. This is the 18-inch wheel. This is just a hubcap cover. These are some snow tires I have on there, but the size 235, 45, 18, the 18-inch, this is actually a really, well, it's cheap. It's the cheapest tire you can get for any Tesla in this size, and so it's you can get a new set of tires for $300 for this car. Cheaper budget tires. More expensive ones might be $700 or $800, but so cheaper tire sizes, more efficient, and cheaper to buy up front. But despite those differences, I want to talk about why I prefer Model Y and maybe some quirks about the Model 3 that you might need to know about. I'm not sure if this is obvious in the video, but the Model Y is a taller vehicle. It's a little bit longer. There's a little more leg room. So for passengers, that's obviously one of the advantages, is it's a little bit bigger of a vehicle. So you got more storage in the front, more storage in the back. The Model Y is a hatchback too, guys. That's a big difference here, is the trunk space. If you can see how this, the Model Y has this hatchback opening here. So you can actually fit a lot of stuff in here. You can fit taller stuff as well, because you can fit it up to the roof of the vehicle. You have a lot more storage here. You've got a bigger sub-trunk area. You have electric flip-down seats. These seats will flip down with the touch of a button, which is nice. Model 3, a smaller trunk, and you can't fit the taller things because it's like a traditional trunk on like a sedan car. So there's a partition here. You still have storage down here, but it is smaller than the Model Y. So the storage is really a lot better in the Model Y. Let me show you an example. So guys, I want to give you kind of a demo of what I'm regularly hauling in these two cars to give you some perspective. So I play hockey. I have a couple kids that play hockey, so we're constantly, like 6 months out of the year, we're always hauling hockey stuff. When you're hauling hockey sticks with the Model Y, I can put them over the seat, or it's got a cool flip-down feature. Let me show you this, and I'll show you how the bag fits. This is something the Model 3 doesn't have, but it has this flip-down center area. So you lift up on that latch, you push that down. That goes all the way down, and then I can put my longer things, like my hockey sticks, through that right there. And then but I still have 2 seats available for passengers in the rear, and then 2 front ones. So you still have like a very good like 4-seater vehicle with hauling longer cargo. This is a big hockey bag. This is like a adult size bag, a big bag, but it fits in there. You've got room to shut this down. I could probably put I could squeeze 2 of these in there, and then the sticks up the middle. So that's pretty good cargo size. So it fits good. I like that fold down feature. Let me show you how this fits in the Model 3, and there's a big difference in how much you can put in there. Okay, so putting this same bag in the Model 3 still fits. It almost seems like it's similar length, but the problem is the hockey sticks. Anything longer than this bag really is challenging to fit in here. So here in the back seat of the Model 3, what I have to do is there's no fold-down center armrest. There's no pass-through area here, which I think is kind of a a big miss. There is a armrest here in the middle for cup holders, but this doesn't open up to the trunk. It would be awesome if this opened up and there was at least a way to pass longer things through right here, but there's not. So let me show you what we have to do. Is you can fold these down. These are manually folding down seats, so there's a lever here on the top. This is the smaller side. This is like the 40%. That's the 60% side. So usually if I'm just hauling like these hockey sticks, I'll just fold this down like this. Here's the problem too though, guys. This seat is where I would normally sit at a semi-recline angle. To be able to get this down, I either got to like press the headrest down, or I've got to make this seat go up, like make this go down. I don't want to damage. I don't want to damage this headrest. What I have to do is I have to adjust my backrest for the passenger seat. Okay. So the backrest is now up. Now this is folding down. So you can see here we do have some room through here to put those sticks in, or longer things through here. But you're giving up a seat here, and it's really not. I don't think it's real practical if you want to put two people right here. I mean, you got this space right here to fit a person, and then you have that seat there. So really, when you put any of these seats down in the Model 3, it really makes it a three-seater. One person there, driver and passenger up front. See here, I got my sticks put in here, and they fit fine with this down, but it really does take up that extra seating room, and having to flip that down. Here we are on the driver's side in the rear, and you have to be aware when you're pulling these seats down in the Model 3, so you just lift up the latch on top of the seat, lay that down there. But when you put it up, you need to make sure you pull the seatbelt out of the way so that it doesn't get, otherwise it gets caught behind this and you got to take it back down, so you got to kind of keep that out of the way. I wish there was some kind of loop or strap that kept this up out of the way so it didn't fall down into this place here. So you do have room to fold down both of the seats, and they do fold flat, so you can put longer things through there. It doesn't seem like they fold down like, I don't know if you can really see this on the video or not. They're not that flat. They're still at an angle. So it's not like a completely flat area. It is angled up a little bit. It seems like the Model Y does better with them folding flat, the second row. So you do have storage, but this trunk, this kind of shelf on top of the trunk really limits the height of the luggage space. So that's really where the Model Y shines, is you don't have that limiting factor. You have up to the top of the roof to store things. So we lift this up to close it back and see how our seatbelt gets stuck in there. Sometimes it gets stuck behind the latch. Okay, there we go. So it's good that you have that option, but it is a smaller car. It is a smaller vehicle. You have less legroom here, less legroom in the front, less storage room overall than the Model Y. All right, guys, so I'm sitting in the Model 3 here. This is an advantage the Model Y has, is this is my normal driving position here, but getting in and out of the Model 3 is a little bit harder than the Model Y. You sit lower to the floor, just getting it out of. So if you have like mobility issues, getting in and out of the Model 3 could be an issue if your flexibility or core, or you just can't get out. But it does take some effort to get out. All right, so here I am sitting in the Model Y. I am sitting up higher. I feel like I have like a better view of the road, like I can see out a little better sitting up higher. And then getting in and out of this is super easy. You don't have to crouch down and get up. It feels like you kind of just turn and stand up, and that makes it a lot easier getting out of the Model Y. All right, guys, so those are the reasons why I really like the Model Y. The cargo space, sitting up a little higher, easier to get in and out of. What are the downsides of the Model Y compared to the Model 3? I think the only thing is that the Model Y may have a little slightly less range, overall range, and it's a little more expensive vehicle. But really, if you're looking at a brand new one, the new cost really isn't that much more for the Model Y than the 3. Like if you get the standard rear-wheel drive Model Y, that's their most affordable version of this car. Now, I own both the Model Y and the 3, but if I had to choose just one, it would be the Model Y. Model Y is just a little more practical, especially if you're using it for, let's say you're using it like a ride share or Uber, Lyft. If you have kids you're hauling, just hauling cargo and gear, it's just a little bit bigger vehicle, a little more comfortable, a little more legroom, a little more space than the Model 3. So it isn't like an exact comparison, apples to apples, because the Model 3 is a small sedan. This is more of like a crossover type, smaller SUV, where It's got the hatchback. That really is it makes a big difference in the cargo space. And I prefer driving the Model Y because I feel like I can, I'm sitting up a little more, get in and out a little better, and then hauling stuff, that's really where it shines. I think this applies to every version of the Model Y and 3. They're all about the same size, whether you're getting an older version or the newer refresh version of these cars. I think this kind of applies to all of those. They do have the Model Y does have a 7-seat option, and you know, my car is the 7-seat option, where it has 2 little flip-up seats in the very back to make it a 3rd row. Small kids fit back there. Adults not really, so that is kind of an option, but obviously you don't have that option with the Model 3, so you can get it configured as a the Model Y with the 3rd row seat. Anyways, guys, that's kind of my comparison. Hopefully that gives you some information. The cool thing is if you're interested in any of these cars, you can go to your local Tesla store, delivery center, and you can demo one of these cars, and Tesla will let you do like a 24-hour or even a 48-hour, a 2-day demo drive where you can take it home, you can see how it fits in your garage, you know, you can pack cargo into it, you can kind of do you know, quite a few things with it for a couple days just to get an idea, and you could do it with both cars to really see what's going to meet your needs. So I think that's pretty cool that Tesla allows you to do that, a 2-day test drive. That's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.